Can't believe it. I forgot Mother's Day. I hope she understands. I mean, it's been years. I'll have to get down on one knee and apologize to her. Oh, sweet baby. Will you accept a rapula and some long shank fireball jigs for Mother's Day? We're a week late, but oh, come on, accept them. We've spent every Mother's Day together for decades. Somebody changed it on us. Hey everyone, big news, season 2. Yep, sorry about the little Mother's Day thing, but it kind of makes sense. Season 2, huge. Did I think I would make it this far? Probably not. So, kind of a quick video. It's Walleye Opener. It's coming up this weekend. I just wanted to show you a few things that I use out there that maybe you guys can use, maybe not. I fish mostly that McGregor area on Opener. I have a campsite up there. So hopefully some of this stuff will help you out a little bit. This year's a lot different, but not too much different. Think about it. We're only a week or two behind. If those fish aren't in the shallows, they're on the next break. They're in one of those two. Use your graph. I use a Humminbird. I use side imaging and put it out there. There's tons of videos out there. 50 feet. Go 50 feet on your side imaging. Look for fish. Find the fish, then fish them. They're probably not going to be as tight into those rivers and the usual spots. They'll probably be breaking out from there. Take a look for them. If not, the panfish is going to be hot this weekend. So, real quick here, let me show you some of the stuff that I like to use. So, the first thing that I would never go out on the boat without, I like to use these Husky Jerks right here. Okay? Husky Jerk is a great bait. I call it a finder bait. You can throw, especially if you have 2 or 3 people in the boat, throw them on some lines, get them out there, and start searching with them. You search with them, use your side imaging, and at least you're fishing at the same time. And when you start biting, start marking. Start marking colors. Have a wide array of them. You can see I have no shortage of them. Please don't tell my wife. All right, the next thing, when I find them, I love plastics. Crappie Keith hooked me up on plastics probably 10 or 15 years ago. There's a lot of different styles and baits out there. I love the shad style probably more because I'm more comfortable with it. These are some old Gander Mountain ones, some shad ones. Some that have been great, and you'll see them a lot out on the river. These are the pulsars. Okay? These pulsars right here, they come on sale at Fleet Farm every year. They're a cheap bait to buy, but that tail, that's what you're after. So I take that pulsar and I hook it up with a fireball long shank jig. So I use that long shank because it gets back. The plastics are usually pretty long and it gets back there a little bit. Here's a little tip for you. If you don't have the long shank, cut about 1 inch of that pulsar off. Cut it off so that the tail is tighter to it and you'll get a lot more bites. You'll get a lot more hookups. So I start with the Husky Jerks to locate fish. Well, I start with using side imaging. I go to a lot of spots that I've already been to, use the side imaging, find some fish, run it with some Husky Jerks, then I might stop, spot lock, and start casting some plastics to see if I can get those immediate bites and then move on. There's a lot of people out there. Deal with them. We're all having fun. It's the cheapest thing you can do in Minnesota right now. Buy a fishing license. Bring a kid. Get out there. It'll be fun. So I also use a little product called a ring grub. Everybody's going to say this is a Mr. Twister. It is not a Mr. Twister. It has a tail like a twister, but this one has some rings to it. Kind of hard to find. Some people make it, but what these things do is when you cast them, they will collect air on the inside, and you'll cast them out, and those air bubbles will release like a dying fish. So when those things start coming down and you start pulling them, you'll see some air bubbles release, and they'll mimic a dead minnow going down, and you'll get a reaction bite off of it. Again, a little bit tougher to find, but very, very effective. And they come in 9 million colors, and you can see them all here. So my tried and true, I've been using this for decades and years. Handmade Lindy rigs. I have a tendency in the beginning of the year to use a smaller hammered copper Colorado blade with that. And you can see next to my thumb how actually small those are. But I usually make these by hand. I have a little kit that I use with tons of blades and spinners. And we go out, and I usually cut these about 2 arm lengths, which would give me almost 12 feet. And then just before I tie them onto my line with my spinner, I'll cut them to whatever desired length. If I'm not trying something, it's usually around 5 feet, 5 to 6 feet. Put them on with your Lindy weight. Pretty easy to do. If you need any more details on that, just contact me. But it's a standard Lindy rig. Lindy rigs, about 0.8 to 0.9 miles an hour is where you want to troll them. Husky jerks, 1.4 to 1.5. And ringtails, I'm usually in 1.4 to 1.5 also. If I can, if you know you're going to be out all night, getting up to 1.8, 1.9 with these will work perfectly, but it'll wear your trolling motor battery down. Okay? Again, I also will use, if I'm in, let's call it 5 to 8 feet of water, I'll use an 1/8 ounce jig head. If I'm in 8 to 15 feet, I'll use a 1/4 ounce. If I'm in current, I'll go up to 3/8 ounce. So there's some simple tips for you. I hope this helps you guys. Be ready for season 2. I'm up at the camper. We fish, we cook. I have a smelt fry coming up. Thanks for sticking with me. And it's, I have to say it in the link below. Help me out, man. I only got 200 subscribers. You know how many watch hours I have? A ton of them. Help me out. Help a Fat Guy Outdoors out, man. Help me out, man. We will see you very soon. Hopefully with an opening weekend episode. Some big fish. Take care.